Rock and roll. Welcome back, everybody. Crypto Report. Welcome back, everybody, to the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. Figured we'd do some rock and roll music because it's a crypto bloodbath. It's tough. It's tough right now, guys. All right, let's get the chill vibes back. What an intro, huh? How about that? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back. Hello, Clear as Beef. Hello, John. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Cryo. Scott. John 316. Oh, sold all his crypto. You think that it's over, John? Oh boy, in the chat. You know what? You got to make your own choices here, and you made a choice that you couldn't go lower. I respect that. Okay, I respect that. However, I do not believe that this bull market is over. Now, if we dip lower, John, you could buy back in potentially, right? Maybe you think it's over and you're out until next time. That happens sometimes, and unfortunately, there are people in this market that are manipulating the space, and that's what everybody's saying right now, and it's true. It is true. There's always manipulation. There's always going to be manipulation, and we're experiencing that right now, guys, and it's pretty tough stuff. It's pretty tough stuff. I see everybody making a video about that right now, and it's the reality of the situation, and we're going to talk about the reality of this situation. I've been telling you guys for a while that 72K is possible. Okay, I didn't want to see it. I didn't say it was 100% going to happen. I just said if you don't think that it can happen, you're wrong. It could happen, and it's happening, and it's tough, and it's really tough. And could you imagine? I lost my train of thought. This is an incredible dip right now. The Bitcoin price is coming down. Altcoins are getting crushed, which is why folks, beautiful people like John, can't hang on. I get it. I understand. You're DCAing in. You have higher prices for a while. You're DCAing in. The higher prices are, you're buying in at the higher prices too. And then our altcoins are just getting crushed right now. And you just don't have the ability to continue DCing into now a portfolio that might be in the red, right? That could be the reality for some folks out there. Mr. Tanker in the chat says, Trump coin killed the market. And everybody's saying that. The reality is look at Ethereum. How's Ethereum doing versus Bitcoin? It's not been doing well. Altcoins have not generally been doing well. Now, they were up, but they're coming down significantly right now, and they're still up from their lows. Let's not be mistaken here. The problem is I know a lot of people came to the party late, and a lot of people started buying more at the higher prices, and, I did too. We all did. We've been DCing into this market. I was able to take some profits on the way, as we've been saying, always take profits on the way up. But, I continue to scale into some positions as well. And so when you get a big pump, you get some profits, and you go pay off a car or a couple cars or whatever you can, your debts, whatever you have. Which is why it's a lot easier to play in this space if you don't have any debts, my friends, which is why I always urge everybody in the crypto space to clear out your debts so you can play the crypto game effectively. Only debt I have is my house at this point, and that's fine debt to have. I'd like to pay the house off. I could pay the house off. I'm going to wait to pay the house off. You wait to, we got a bull market ahead of us. That's what I believe. That's what the data suggests. The price action doesn't suggest that, but the data certainly suggests that. And so let's look at what's going on here. Let's take the temperature here of the room. I hope you guys are doing great today. Yes, massive crypto crash. XRP, BTC, sold. That's where we're at, guys. Everything's coming down. So let's explore it a little bit. Johnny says, so when's this famous bull run? Well, it's there's a couple things and very obvious things. And you know what's weird to me is some people say nobody knows, why this thing's crashing right now. You could You could say that it's speculation, or excuse me, you could say that it's manipulation, and there's always manipulation. But what it really is, guys, right now is, I think it's the Fed, inflation, and tariffs. Tariffs, which we do not yet know if these are going to be a net positive or net negative, okay? And that is causing uncertainty. We've also got the buy the rumor, sell the news event, which was the Trump presidency. We had retail flock into crypto in December, causing a temporary top at 108, 109. And now here we are having a classic retracement for Bitcoin from that level down maybe 30%. Right now, Bitcoin from its highs, my friends, let's share the screen and let's share the screen here. There's Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now from its highs, okay, is currently down 20%. At one point, it was down 22% almost, which is just a normal day for Bitcoin, okay? Not a normal day, but it's a normal move for Bitcoin in the middle of a bull market. Yes, in the middle of a bull market, Bitcoin could come down 20 or 30%. That is not anything different from what we've seen in the past, okay? It's not. It's just not. Does that mean that it's easy to go through? No, it's not easy to go through. It's not an easy thing to be a part of when the prices are going down, especially if most of your purchases were up here, which unfortunately the reality of the situation is a lot of people were buying up here because a lot of people just tend to ignore it down at even at these levels or down here, right? But here's the good news. If you've been focusing in on Bitcoin and you were buying, during this consolidation phase back in March of 2024, you're still up on Bitcoin. Altcoins are not the same story. Why? Because Bitcoin dominance has just been shooting up. Now, what's crazy today is Bitcoin's crashing, but Bitcoin dominance is actually coming down, which is, my mustache is itchy, which is actually quite shocking. God, my mustache is so itchy. Bitcoin dominance is coming down as Bitcoin's crashing. That's kind of crazy to me. Usually when we see Bitcoin coming down, we see Bitcoin dominance crashing as well, but it just shows that some altcoins are actually hanging on. Like Pepe is actually getting a little move up versus Bitcoin right now, which is nuts. I think this is temporary. I do think that right now we're at that moment where we're either going to find a bounce right around here or we are going to have a much bigger move to the downside. That's where we're at right now. We are either going to find that bounce right around here or we're due for a much bigger move to the downside. Now, there were some key levels that I've discussed with you guys lately that we need to talk about, and we need to talk about them urgently. First of all, I shared with you guys 3 levels. One level I've been talking about repeatedly, that's $3 trillion. Well, right now we have broken down below $3 trillion on the weekly time frame. We have 5 days and 7 hours left in this week. There is a chance that this weekly candle could still form a bottom, come back up and form a bottom around 3 trillion, which would be a beautiful area for a bounce. That would be great. That wouldn't be that surprising to me. That would be something I'd love to see us come back up here on the weekly time frame. This recovery happen, has come back up, form that bottom on this weekly candle at $3 trillion, and boom, go to that Nike swoosh pattern I've been talking about for so long, which is a long time overdue, but it's finally here. There's another level that I've been talking to you guys about, which was the weekly candles of this previous 2021 high. We could easily see us form a weekly candle bounce off of this high, which is exactly where we're sitting right now at the time of this recording. This is not a recording at the time of this live stream. We could see the bounce here. The other area where I'd like to see a bounce is at 2.63 trillion, which was our March of 2024 weekly candles. Our March 2024 highs, okay, for total market cap. Not an all-time high, but our highs back in March for the beginning of this 240-day consolidation that we kind of had over here. So there's 3 levels. I don't know which one we're going to settle at. My heart has been telling me for a while 3 trillion, but my body is telling me no. What it's telling me now is that I wouldn't be surprised to see us come even to this 2.63 trillion. This 240-day consolidation that we had here was very significant. Max pain would probably be that. That would be another 6.84% move to the downside. Sorry, one sec. Okay. You know, my sorry. The strength of this level would be significant. This was a very tough time. Max pain could certainly be down to that. And what's beautiful about that, and it's not that beautiful, but it's kind of beautiful, is from the top to these weekly candle tops over here. There's your 30% correction, folks, which we've been talking about for a while. 30% corrections are normal in the crypto space. It could be 35%. It could be 30%. So that's something that is possible, okay? BSS says, what's up, Kip? When Lambo, when you take profits. Tough to take profits now. Would have been better to take profits up here, which is why you do take profit on the way up, my friends. If you buy down here, you take profits here. If you buy down here, you take profits here. If you buy down here, you take profits all up in here on the way up. A little bit. Or you could just keep DCAing, you know, or you could just keep DCAing and, you know, wait for these levels, which I still think is going to come. I still think it's going to come. The total market cap is very critical. Right now, we're getting Bitcoin to have a slight bounce here, getting back above our low so far has been 85.9. Okay, we are getting a subtle bottom, maybe on the 15-minute time frame. It's not, you can't even call this a bottom yet. This is premature. Right now, trading is quite risky. Having a hard time deciding myself whether we're going to bottom out here or continue to the upside. And so I was doing a lot of short trades up to this point, having some success there on Solana, on Bitcoin, having some shorts, holding my portfolio, you know, looking for short trades to get more fuel to DCA into the market to not my spot positions. If you want to trade with us, if you want to trade alongside me, you can sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description. Be careful, guys. Set your stop losses, because I want to tell you guys the reality of the situation is this. Yes, we are coming down today because of fear and tariffs and because of the Fed not cutting rates. But we're also coming down today because the greedy long positions got liquidated. That's why I've been doing short trades. Hold on. I got to reshare the screen. I don't know what happened there. We've gotten big liquidations. 900 million in longs liquidated the other day. 800 liquidated the other day. 2 billion almost liquidated in the long positions in the last 2 days. This is why we are coming down partially. Now, that's why I've been telling you guys how you've been listening. I've been talking about short positions, holding the altcoin portfolio and shorting the temporary fear to get more money to DCA into the market, and that's been a beautiful strategy. So now I've got the fuel to continue to DCA in at these prices, and that's the goal. 115 of you guys watching on X, 71 of you guys watching on the YouTubes. I hope you're doing well out there. I know it's a bloodbath, guys. We have some people capitulating in the chat. John, blessings to you, man. I hope you're doing all right. I know it's tough, guys, and I know this is tough. Bonifacios is no pain, no gain. Any predictions for a date when it's starting and when a strong starting bear market? Bear market's not coming, in my opinion, until the end of 2025, until sometime in 2026. I believe that at some point we are going to have the Fed pivot at some point in the year 2025. As long as tariffs don't really hurt us and inflation, which we still do not know, that's causing some of the uncertainty that's gotten us in this position in the first place. Not blaming tariffs, just blaming inflation in general. Tariffs are certainly causing some uncertainty right now. You've also got the Bybit hack. You've got other negative stories, which I want to talk to you guys about today. I want to talk to you guys about this manipulation that's occurring right now from Binance is selling in the yesterday. I actually put out a story, and I always got to correct myself. It looked like people were blaming Binance when it wasn't really Binance's fault. But the reality is, you know, the exchanges do take profit. They have spot positions, and they were taking profit, and they were dumping the market. Some people were saying that the exchanges like Binance were dumping to eliminate the long positions. There could be some validity to that. I do think that things like that do occur in this crypto space, unfortunately, which is why you have to look out for yourself in the space, which is why you have to set your stop losses, and you can't get overly greedy, okay? And I know that's easy to do in this market, but you must be cautious at all corners and be aware of the shenaniganeries that does occur. And Marty, we are going to talk about that tweet that from CDC. And Tyler says, what happened to February being green? Well, I told you it historically is. And let's look at that really quickly, actually. It is historically green, but it doesn't necessarily 100% mean that it needs to be green. Hey, hey, I got my daughter. Hold on, everybody. My daughter's here. Hi, she's 5 months old and she's the best thing in the world. Hi. Want to say something to the people? Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. You said something. Good. All right. Bye-bye. I love you. Okay. That's right. What happened to green February? Well, it's red February. And, historically, we've seen that before. And here's the bad news. Historically, when we see a red February, we see a red March. Look at it. Red February, red March, red February, red March. And that's what we're dealing with. And actually, historically, March can be pretty tough. So, I'm bullish on crypto. I'm bullish on the future of cryptocurrency. Toesy woesies, Marty. Toesy woesies. But the Fed is not pivoting in March. They're not pivoting in April. They're not pivoting in May. They might pivot in June or July. What does that mean? It means that the Fed is not going to reduce the interest rate. What does that mean? If the interest rates aren't getting cut, that means that big money can go get more money in treasuries and bonds. What does that mean? It means that big money doesn't necessarily want to pursue the risk on asset space. What does that mean? Dollar cost averaging opportunities for the continuation of this bull market. You have discounts. If you're upset today, if you're mad today, if you want to smash your keyboard against your computer screen today, I urge you to rechannel that energy. Rechannel that energy into more research, more accumulation, and to the right projects. And I'm not talking about YOLOing all in right now at this very moment. I'm talking about moving forward the DCA strategy. If you believe, like myself, that Bitcoin is one day going to be valued over $1 million, then you are looking at this gift and taking advantage of it. This dip, okay? There is no guarantee that March and April and May and June are going to be red. We could recover. And if you miss this dip and you don't buy right now, you might not get to buy at a discounted price. If you buy right now and it comes lower, you continue to buy as it goes lower in hopes that it comes back up. Because historically, we have always come back up after dips like this in the middle of a bull cycle. Unless the 4-year cycle and everything we've known about crypto, as we've known it, is over, I don't believe that. I have been saying repeatedly, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. These types of moves happen all the time in the crypto space. And anybody that's giving up right now is... You can't handle the heat in the kitchen. And I you know what? If you can't, then I understand that. And you have to protect yourself, okay? But I personally believe that we've got a ton more upside. And I'm excited for these dips. I'm prepared for these dips mentally, okay? I've always been prepared for these dips in crypto because these things happen all the time. I've been in crypto since 2016. Nothing is different about this dip percentage-wise for Bitcoin. Now, for the altcoins, it's a little bit different because the altcoin rally has been a lot weaker because the Fed, because of the because of the strategy with the Fed and the pivot that has not come, and that makes it tough for these risk-on assets. I get it. Crypto Keeper says, no offense, Kip, but I'm tired of hearing that we are in the discount to buy the dip. But either you believe that this is the bear market and you're gone, or you believe that there is more upside and there is going to be a higher price for Bitcoin in the future and that altcoins haven't had that moment yet. And I am of the belief, and I stick to my convictions unless there's something that is inherently changed about the narrative, which there is not. I believe that we still have more bull market ahead of us. And I'm going to go back to it And I respect you, Crypto Keeper, and I hear where you're coming from. And I'm not here to, debate it with anybody. I'm putting out what I've seen historically, what I believe is coming, and you got to do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice, my friends, but what I am is a believer in cryptocurrency. And I can tell you this, I believe in the 4-year cycle, and from the bottom to the top, a bull market lasts 1,066 something days, 1,050 days on average. And that's the last 2 cycles. Here we are today. From the bottom to where we're at today, we are 828 days into this thing, which means we've got a couple hundred days left, and this thing could go out to October of 2025. Let me just go ahead and pull out the banner. And until something inherently changes here and the macro picture for Bitcoin is bearish, I'm going to stick to the belief that bull market hits full stride somewhere in October of 2025. There are very specific reasons for the market to be weak right now. The Fed, tariff fears, and buy the rumor, sell the news on the presidency, which I thought would have been a more bullish event. But the reality of the situation is tag that in with the macro of the Fed, and now with the policies of the tariffs, which are officially going to happen, there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of concern for valid reason. Okay, guys. So this is where we're at, folks. I do have some news stories to share with you guys as well. Excuse me. I need to fix this. Sorry. Hold up, guys. So what questions do you guys have there? Crypto Runner says, don't buy a mortgage if you can't pay your mortgage or rent. Absolutely. Yes. Never invest more than you want to lose. That's always been the case. Azam says he does not have money. Well, you got to keep your income coming, and you got to keep, you got to keep income coming, and you can't put all your money into crypto if you can't afford, can't afford to lose it, right? That's always been the case. This is the main thing here in crypto. Okay. This is what everybody's always said. This has always been the case. This will always be the case. And then Bitcoin could potentially be, the exception to that. But again, it shouldn't be your all-in strategy. You shouldn't be, all in on Bitcoin only if you got debts that you got to keep up with. Okay. You got to be careful with some of this stuff. So, that's the reality of the situation. I do have a couple news stories to share with you guys. So let me go ahead and, I was having some issues here. So give me 1 second. Let me share some of my stories with you guys here. Okay. So fear and greed index, it's low right now. Okay. Which means, what I just hold up here. Boom. There we go. Fear and greed index, it is low right now. Historically, when this is low, this is the buying opportunity. Okay. I know everybody's tired of hearing that, but, we are right now in fear. 30% of the time we are in fear here over the all-time history. And when you buy in these zones, you get to be a part of these beautiful greed and extreme greed zones, which are very rare. Okay. But we have yet to see real extreme greed for any sustained period of time in this bull market. And yes, I'm still calling it a bull market. I'm still going to call it a bull market because I believe that it is. So we're in the fear. These are our accumulation zones. Don't believe me? Well, Citadel Securities, a massive institutional entity, is planning on getting into crypto still. And so is everybody else that's huge after Trump's embrace. People are blaming him for the bear market. By the way, S&P 500 is down today. Everything's kind of hurting right now. Yesterday it was confirmed that they are going to, in fact, move forward with the tariffs. And that is part of the reason that the markets are dipping so significantly right now today. Solana plunges 14%. XRP and Dogecoin down 8%. As the crypto Market sell-off worsens. Here you are, a tiny child on a sled, just catapulting down the hill to lower prices. That's all of us. Just a tiny girl on a sled. Okay? It's a tough day. I get it, guys. It's a tough day. But remember, big boys are buying. And also remember this. You know, they are the elusive they, and it's Binance, and it's not just Binance. Major exchanges are taking profit. They are selling, causing some of these liquidations in the market. This is being reported by RN Off Wow, one of the major accounts on X, and everybody else out there. They've been selling Ethereum. They've been selling Bitcoin. They've been selling Solana. Meanwhile, you have other major players still buying. Another 135 Bitcoin bought by a Japanese public company. And if all this pain wasn't bad enough, and let me make sure, okay, we're still good here. And if all this pain wasn't bad enough, let's talk about this. Sorry. My little screen was glitching out. Okay. Let's talk about this. SBF came back and tweeted yesterday. And everybody's talking about it. SBF came back, tweeted yesterday. Everybody's talking about this. And he's talking about, like, I have a lot of sympathy for governing employees. I, too, have not checked my email for the past few hundred days. And I can confirm that being unemployed is a lot less relaxing than it looks. And so it's how did SBF post from prison? Let's actually look what the AI is saying about this. I do not think that he did. AI, how did he post from prison? He put out this big post, which is super strange. And then everybody's like, what? Yesterday? Here's the craziest part about it. And I saw this happen yesterday. Then there was and he came out on his X account and he claimed this is the craziest thing that's in this moment. Like, this is so nuts. Sam Bankman-Fried came out and he announced that he was pardoned by Trump and that he is now part of Elon's Doge. And then a SBF_Doge account was created on X. And then he posted this. A new chapter begins. I'm launching my own meme coin. By the way, do not buy this. This is not real. This was a scam. So be careful. Just in it, but to make a difference, like Donald Trump, the profits will be dedicated to supporting Americans, financial education, entrepreneurship, more. Launched a meme. How did that meme go? It went horribly. It went up to $10 million and then it crashed down to like 60K in market cap. It crashed, 99%. It was an absolute rug pull. There you go. There it is. He got a government. This is the craziest part about it. This account got a government check mark. No, this was not Sam Bankman-Fried. This was a scammer. Might as well have been Sam Bankman-Fried because that guy was a scammer. This is crazy. It just is adding more fuel to the deadly crypto fire right now. Eric Trump saying buy the dips. Crypto rover, Trump family's buying the dip, but the crows keeps falling. What is this scam? This is where everybody's mind's at, okay? And on top of this, here you go. Look at this. Crypto.com's official account posted this yesterday. Two of these scams yesterday. The Yi token launch is live. Thank you, Kanye, for the opportunity to launch this stealth drop together. Token address. This was a scam. Let's support Kanye and Solana. Stealth launch, not a stealth launch. There you go. There's the chart. This is crazy. Chris came back and said this is being investigated. Our socials are not breached. We have full MFA on all accounts, which points to a possible issue with one of our junior staff. So somebody on the junior staff launched a meme coin impersonating Yi and just stole a bunch of money. And so somebody's going to get caught on their junior staff. So we're just in shambles right now. In the meantime, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy buys 20,000 Bitcoin casually for $2 billion. I'm bullish, guys. And I am not shocked, nor I love it. I am a little shocked. I'm always shocked in crypto, but one thing I'm not as shocked about is being shocked in crypto. We're always shocked all the time in crypto. And if this is all like, whoa, I cannot believe that all this is happening. Well, welcome to this crypto space. And it's not for everybody. That's the truth, guys. That's the truth of it. It's not for everybody. It's certainly something for me and Black Sea. We love it a lot. That's why we started a YouTube channel about it. Always loved the crypto markets. And I even love these wild stories. Okay, guys, what else is going on? Kip, I'm hurting, says Brother Cian. Hang in there, brother. I hope you're doing all right. I know a lot of people are hurting. You're not alone, my friend. You are not alone in the pain. You're not alone in the pain. Crypto Keeper says he may not have typed the tweet, but he may think he was somehow behind it. He could have been behind it. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But I would say probably not. I mean, you're already in prison. Do you really want to stay in prison longer? Once you get caught and your life's over, you want to get out. You don't probably want to commit more crimes from prison, in my opinion, like the young man that SPF is. So I don't think he was behind it. Joyce R says, I'm still hopeful. You know, I'll just say SPF, what a loser. Yeah, he is. Loser. Yeah. Okay. So hold up. Wait. Okay, hold on. All right, what do you guys want to talk about? Let's do a little bit of a Q&A. Let's talk, guys. Come on, vent to me. Tell me, ask me your questions. I know everybody's got some. I'm going to go through the chat here. I'm going to look at what everybody's saying out there. Let's do this. I know, guys, it's tough times. I hope you're hanging in there, Focals Pocals. I hope you're hanging in there, Focals Pocals. I do. Cryo says, Kip, when do Coin Baron, Oscar, and you have the next monthly stream? Soon. Soon. We should probably do that. This is probably a good time to do that, actually. Is Black Sea going to participate? Yeah, he was just busy last time. He couldn't, but yeah, he will. He will. Jon Snow is going to be there. Yeah. Jon Snow. Let's see here. Hedera ETF. That'd be great. What else we got going on, folks? Yep. So we're coming back a little bit. Let's see what our big losers are today. Got the story coin up. This coin's been coming up lately. Quant is up today for some reason. That's something. Up over the last 7 days too. That's incredible. Maker's up 35% over the last 7 days. Just Maker's exploding right now. That's crazy. Meanwhile, everything else is getting crushed. I know, guys. H-bar down 15%. Brutal. Incredible discounts, though. Incredible discounts. The lower they go, the more you have an opportunity to buy into them and get a higher X potential. The lower they go, the longer you can ride it up. Joyce R says, this is my first bull cycle. Are big dumps like this typical? The answer is yes, Joyce. The answer is absolutely yes. So, you know, that's the truth. And some people are like, no, it's not. And it's like, yeah, it is. I've been in the market since 2016. It's not, it's old news to me. This is all old news. Bitcoin's volatile, and 30% corrections are common for Bitcoin. We could come down to 73K, 72K. We could see it. We could see it, guys. We could come down to 70. It's possible. Okay. And if you're not ready for it, well, then you're not ready for crypto. And that's just what it is. Now, it doesn't mean that, you know, it's hang in there. Okay. Chadzilla says this is not a bad thing. Why does everybody get afraid when the market dips? It makes me happy. Chadzilla, I'm with you, man, because it just gives me more time to get in and continue to solidify my positions. And that's also the reason you take the profit. Coin Baron makes a great point. The 55% Bitcoin drop in May of 2021 was brutal. And these things happen. Devendra says, I bought ETH for the first time at the 2960 level. Should I keep them or cash out? Where are we at with ETH today? I mean, look, here's the deal. Could ETH come lower? Yeah, ETH could come lower. It's sitting at, as you can see, let's pull it up. It's at 2,400 right now. Could it come lower? Yeah, I mean, it could, but does that mean that you cash out right now? No, if you were to cash out, you would have cashed out at 30, 3,800, 4K, that's the time to cash out partial positions, right? But is it good to cash out right now? No. I mean, is there a chance that Ethereum comes back down to $1,000? The answer is unfortunately yes. There is a chance that happens. Am I telling you it's going to happen? No. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't. Could it happen? Yeah, it could. If Bitcoin slips down to 72K, then you might see, Ethereum somewhere in these ranges, maybe back down to 1,500. It could happen, guys. It's painful to think about. It's painful to say, especially if you've just been buying at the higher prices. But if you were buying in the bear market, you're like, oh, great. One more opportunity to accumulate at the better prices. That's awesome. W says, I sold everything and will be back during mid-bear market. Well, then the big question I'd have is, when is that going to be, right? And nobody knows. I mean, the only thing we could possibly know is the data that we have from the past, and the data from the past would suggest that the bear market isn't really here, and this is just a bear trap of sorts. This is manipulation. That's what the data would suggest, and people that are calling for a bear market are trying to predict that it's different, that the bull market is over, which historically is not what we've seen. Now, could it be over? It could be over. I don't think that it's over. I am not going to treat it like it's over, because that has historically been a mistake, because I've seen these things happen in the past, and I'm not telling you that, hey, W, you messed up and that you shouldn't have sold everything. If you can't hang, you can't hang, and that's okay. Maybe that's the smart thing. Maybe you'll get to buy back lower. The question is when do you buy back in? And I'd be curious what the answer would be. Is there a price point? Is there a time frame? Because right now I'm just generally thinking about the time frame, and the bull markets last about 1,050 days, which means, again, we have about 200 and something days left in this thing. So there you go. And Crypto Runner says, over or not, no matter, keep stacking Crow and BTC or whatever your favorite coins are for, to expand on that. But even if it is over, which I am not saying it is, and I don't think that it is, I really don't think that it is. Even if it is over, which I certainly don't think it is, personally. Yeah, you've got a bear market to accumulate again, so congratulations. Do you think Bitcoin's going to stick around forever, or do you think that it's going to die off? I don't think it's going to die off. I think Bitcoin's just got started. So if it is a bear market, which again, I don't think it is, then congratulations, you've got your accumulation zone again. Though I don't think that's the case. Chua says, when did you start creating content? I started creating content in the middle of the bear market in 2022 or whatever. So got in, and our audience that was here in the beginning got in at the lows along with us, and has done well, especially if you took profits on the way up. And again, I still think there's more upside, but it's always good to shuffle profits, because if we dip lower, guess what? You have cash to scale back in. And that's the purpose of taking profits, so that you can scale back in if prices come down, which they typically see 30% corrections in the middle of bull markets. What about Doge? Doge is coming down right now. No doubt about it. Doge right now is down at 20 cents range. Could it come lower? Yes. The answer is yes. It can come lower. How low? It could come quite a bit lower. That's the reality of the situation. You could see Dogecoin back down to 10 cents. You could. I'm not telling you it's going to, but I'm telling you it could. Okay, guys, this is the trajectory of the market right now. If you look at the macro right now, Bitcoin is falling. If Bitcoin falls to 72K, Dogecoin could easily come back down to 10 or 15 cents. It's brutal to hear. But if you're buying there and you get back up to the highs that we were at, you've got incredible gain opportunities, very easy gain opportunities, just climbing back to where we were earlier this year, let alone, that's not even talking about the previous all-time highs, which I think we could still surpass previous all-time highs for coins like Doge and for some of the other major coins, and then some of the other altcoins that are, gonna experience, some upward momentum in the middle of this bull market at some point. But, here I go. I keep calling it a bull market. It is a bull market, in my opinion. Captain and Stacker in the chat gets it. Seen these patterns. Where do you see crypto in 10 to 20 years? Says TM Lay. Just a prediction, like the total market cap, total market price, and top 5 cryptos in 2035. Well, Bitcoin, probably Solana, Ethereum's probably still going to be up there. XRP could probably still be up there. And I don't really know what that, I couldn't really predict what the other one's going to be, but I would feel pretty confident about those because of how long they've been around and how established they are. H bar Binator in the chat says, I've been in since 2017. This is okay. This is classic crypto. Marty says, I just don't understand the panic. We are well aware of how crypto and the cycles work. If you're panicking right now, you should have been buying in the first place. Well, that's exactly right, Marty. But, you know, that's hard to say to folks when they're, you know, experiencing the red in the charts. And it's easier said than done, and I understand that. But I do agree with you. I do agree with you. But anyway, you know, where do I think we'll be in 10 to 20 years? I think that the total market cap for crypto will be above, you know, $30 trillion in 10 to 20 years. I think it's going to be a lot higher. I think that people that stuck with crypto for the long term, focused on Bitcoin, had the short term, you know, midterm plays where you have a bull market, ride the wave up on the altcoins, take the profit, shuffle it back to Bitcoin, take it back and some of that back to cash. Those are going to be the most successful people. But in long term, I believe that Bitcoin is going to continue to go up. We've seen the facts, the evidence behind that. Yeah, we're getting a dip right now. And so you can point to it and be like, no, it's bad because the president's in now. He's a pro crypto president, but it sucks. And he's the worst. And I hate his face and his stupid orange face. And he's stupid. And these tariffs stink. And I'm mad. And the prices are going down. It's manipulated. And the crypto.com's scamming their audience. And everybody's scamming their. And this is all like, no, it's crypto.com didn't scam their audience. You know, there's a tweet that went out and somebody got compromised, you know, like there was one individual that, you know, took advantage of a vulnerability for that, took advantage of the vulnerability for over at an SBF's account. You know, you have the Bybit hack that occurred. You have Binance selling right now. I get it. There's all these stories, but if you're sitting here panicking, you know, again, this is all standard crypto stuff. None of this is shocking to me. Okay. Salvador says, are you still feeling confident about September, October? Do you think it makes sense? I do think that it makes sense still. Yes, I still do think that it makes sense. It might not be the top anymore. It could just be kind of part of the upward swing. We might have a little bit of a extended cycle because the Fed policy, or it could be just a shortened explosion. It could be very big. It could be very quick. It could be a muted bull cycle potentially. But I still think that we have a lot more upward momentum at some point in this cycle where we're going to have great opportunities to take more gains off the table. And you've certainly had opportunities to take gains off the table already. But again, I do not think that it is over. Cozy Wozies, my sweet little girl. Oh, my tiny little squid. That's what I call her. My tiny little squid. Oh, I love her. I love her. I love my daughter so much. It's crazy. It's life-changing. To all you guys that have kids, you know what it's about. To all you guys that don't, you have no idea until you know, and you won't know until you have one. And it's like nuts. And having a little girl is incredible. I don't know. I'd like to have a boy because I love to golf, but I just something about the girl makes it just like, I don't know. I love her so much. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. Crypto Keeper, it's what a lot of people sound like. I mean, I can impersonate what everybody's like. This is stupid. It's rigged. It's like it's insiders. They're ruining it. It's the Trump coin launch ruined the whole bull market. It's over. I'll see you in 4 years. Which is like, why are you? If you're saying I'll see you in 4 years, girls can golf too, Marty. You're right, and she's gonna be a golfer. My girl's my little squid. She's gonna be a golfer. But you know, everybody's like, Coin Baron says it too. Yeah. But you know, everybody's like, it's over. It's so stupid. It's manipulated. Well, yeah, it's always been manipulated to a certain point. Just the question is Bitcoin valuable or is it not valuable? If Bitcoin goes up, total market cap will go up. Altcoins will generally have rallies. But the people that are like, see you in 4 years right now, that's such a stupid thing to say, in my opinion. only because if you believe that the bull market is over and that it's the bear market, well, then guess what? The 4-year cycle is broken. And if you believe that we'll see you in 4 years, and that's a lot of people that just say that and they don't even know what they're saying, that doesn't make any sense, because actually it's the next halving event, which would actually be a little bit longer than 4 years. Now our 4-year cycle is broken. And why are you even talking about 4 years if you don't even believe that the bull market's still continuing? So this whole like see in 4 years is so silly to me. It's so silly. It's a lot of people just just, you know, echo. We echo, oh, here's the thing that I heard, echo, 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 echo. This is just what happens. And it's so silly and it's so annoying. And it's just like, I look at Bitcoin and I think, man, what a great opportunity for the next 10 to 20 years or more. I don't know. And some people look at Bitcoin and go, I don't want to buy it. I think it's stupid. I want to buy altcoins. I want to find the next Bitcoin. And I think that's silly. I think what you do is you get some Bitcoin, you get some altcoins, you play the Bitcoin, you play the altcoin game to earn some more Bitcoin, and then a bear market comes and you better cash out from your altcoins to get some Bitcoin or pay off your debts. And then all this noise, you can just filter it out. You can just filter it out. Joyce says, kids are awesome, challenging, but rewarding. I'll tell you, she's been pretty challenging. Just out of the gates, any newborn I think is challenging, but now she's just every time I go, like, I like look at her, you know, she'll like do that. And it's every time. It's every time. It's really cool. It's really, really, really cool. Honestly makes my day. Every day she makes my day. Every moment I see her, she brings me up. When the charts are down, my little squid, she brings me up. Sweet little squid. My mom's like, why do you call her a squid? She's a little mermaid. Beautiful little mermaid. I was like, well, she's a squid because she got some big inks. You should see these inks. Woo! They're getting stinky. Oh, man. Crypto Keeper says, don't get me wrong, I'm not panicking, just frustrated. However, I'll not remove myself from the crypto game. Yeah, no, and hey, I'm frustrated too. Okay. I know I'm not showing it. I'm frustrated too. It's always frustrating. It's like, let's not lie about it. Let's call it what it is. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. When the prices go down, it's always frustrating. But you got to set that aside and think about it logically. And logically, there's a lot more upside. There's a lot more upside. So, all right, guys, that's all I got in this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to do some trading with us, sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description down below. That's all I got, guys. Hang in there. I know it's a bloodbath, but you got this. I'm bullish on you. If you're here, you're buying during these bloodbath times, you're setting yourself up for success when this bull market actually kicks off and we actually get that altcoin season we've all been waiting for. I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Much love. Peace, guys.